Today, I'm taking you with me to my favorite restaurant at Disney World. Narcoossee's is located at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, and it's one of the hardest reservations to score. That is for good reason though, because the entire menu from top to bottom is fantastic. I'm gonna take you along while I order some of my favorite dishes, try some new things that I've never had before, and of course, I'll let you know which of these offerings you should order when dining here. I am so excited to be back at Narcoossee's for my annual birthday dinner. Every year, this is where I want to dine, and I always like taking you guys along with me. This time we've got a nice table right by the window, so I actually think we're sitting at the exact same table we did last year for my birthday. But we of course have an amazing view, and we are here a little bit early, so I think we're gonna miss the fireworks, but that's okay. I've seen them from here a ton of times. Since I last dined here with you guys, they actually have changed the menu just a little bit. We have all the same starters in that ocean-inspired charcuterie board, the calamari, the brisket and ricotta tortelloni, shrimp and grits, that tomato and chickpea tart. They still have the poached shrimp, and they have some poached crab as well. Same soups and salads, the lobster bisque, and we have these two salads here. Same entrees, but I noticed they changed up the sides to some of them a little bit. So the surf and turf and the strip steak now are served with different sides. It used to have these delicious mashed potatoes, and now they have these aged Gouda scallop potatoes, which actually sound really good as well. But you can take a look at the entrees that they offer here. A lot of seafood for the most part. The only non-seafood offerings they really have are the veggie paella, the pork chop, and then some steak. But I always like the seafood here a lot, so that is perfect with me. The enhancements here, they have changed a little bit because they took away the scallop enhancement, which I know my mom is very sad about.
Yes, I love that.
So our enhancements are now only options of shrimp or lobster tail. And then they changed up the sides a little bit as well. They used to have these really good loaded mashed potatoes, but I think they substituted them for the blue crabbed creamed spinach, which actually sounds great. And I always love that mushroom risotto there too as the side. Now that we've gone over this menu here, I kind of want to let you guys know a couple of my favorite things to order. So when it comes to starters, my two favorite starters are the brisket and ricotta tortelloni and the shrimp and grits. The shrimp and grits here are absolutely phenomenal. They actually might be my favorite appetizer on all of Disney property. It is very hard for me to come here and not order them. You get a good portion of shrimp as well as a good portion of grits, and it has this homemade barbecue sauce and some thick cut bacon on there. I am not a grits person typically, although I just had some grits that I enjoyed at Steakhouse 71. But this is a must order for me every time I come here. If you haven't tried the shrimp and grits here, you have to try them. And the brisket and ricotta tortelloni is really great as well. It has like a shredded brisket in it, and it's not very heavy on the cheese flavor, but that pasta tastes so fresh. It's very thick, cooked al dente, and it's actually made in-house pasta. Those are the two appetizers that I tend to gravitate towards and always recommend to you guys. As for the entrees, of course, my favorite is the surf and turf. It is so good. It comes with a filet and a lobster tail, and the filet here is just so tender, always cooked perfectly. I love ordering that. And then another favorite entree of mine is the Gulf shrimp bucatini. I was actually here just a couple of weeks ago, and I ordered the shrimp bucatini again after not having it for a little bit, and man, it was so good. I forgot actually how good it was, but those are always the two kind of entrees that I recommend. Now you are kind of able to customize this surf and turf a little bit. So if you wanted all surf and no turf, you are able to order a 2 lobster tail dinner. And if you wanted just turf, just filet, because they only have a strip steak listed on this menu. The filet is with the surf and turf, but you are actually able to order just the filet mignon without the lobster. They charge you the same price as the New York strip, which is $62. And that filet is so good, whether you get it with the lobster or not, but I always like to get it with the lobster. I already mentioned that wild mushroom risotto on the side, but that's another side that I always like to recommend. I think it is just so creamy, delicious, super rich. I always enjoy ordering that, but I think today I might kind of try some new things or some things that I maybe haven't shown you guys or haven't had in a while. And even though I said we're trying some new things and some things I haven't had in a while, we are starting off with a drink that I tend to get quite often, the salted mascarpone espresso martini. This has Grey Goose, Kahlua, Joffrey's Coffee Italian Espresso, and then it's topped with a cane sugar mascarpone liqueur foam for $19.50. Cheers!
The birthday girl.
I feel like I said the same thing last time, but this espresso martini has been growing on me. It grows on me every single year. I like it more and more and more. The first time I tried it, didn't really care for it. And then every time since then, I have just loved it. And I think it might be in my top 5 espresso martinis at Disney World these days. It really might be. It is so good. And let me tell you, this is absolutely perfect today. I feel like this might be the best one I've actually had from here, and I'm not kidding, because the espresso flavor and the liquor flavor are so strong and prominent, and we have such a thick layer of that foam. This is hitting even different today. I don't know. This is so good. And aside from this espresso martini just tasting absolutely fantastic, I really love how it's different. You can't really find an espresso martini like this anywhere else at Disney World. They're doing something so different with this one, with that salted mascarpone foam on top. It's not like cheesy if you're worried about that, if you're worried about there being mascarpone in here. It's more just like a thick whipped like cold foam that you would get on a coffee, but it's even better than a cold foam that you would get on a coffee. It's so good, and that little bit of salt in there is perfect. And of course it has the Parmesan crisp as well, which at the beginning when I first tried it, I thought this was so strange, but it works. Well, my mom ended up ordering the white sangria with Sauvignon Blanc, cucumber and mint botanical agave, and strawberry for $17. Mom, how's your sangria today?
It's good, but I'm missing that ice cube that they used to use. I usually go with the key lime pie martini, and I switched it up today, but it's good.
Yeah, she decided to get something different, and it's funny. As soon as it was put down, I was like, where is the, was it strawberry or watermelon ice cube? Yeah, I thought it was like a watermelon ice cube, right? And I was wondering if my mom was going to notice that it was missing. And before I said anything, before I even passed the drink over to her after getting my videos of it, she noticed. She said, "Where's the ice cube?" My mom is letting me try a sip here. And after the espresso martini, this is also probably my second favorite drink on the menu. It's delicious, though.
It's good. It's not
Ice cube or not,
key lime pie martini.
ice cube or not, it's still really good. I love that you could taste the flavors of the mint and cucumber, and it is a little fruity in there as well. Some good white sangria. Dad, how's your old fashioned here?
It's very good, very smooth, and a very fancy ice cube, and an evergreen in there.
Rosemary, the ice cube is really fancy. I'm gonna try it. You guys know how this is gonna go. Every time I try an old fashioned, I have the same face. It's not as bad as usual, actually. It almost tastes a little cinnamony.
It's a little sweeter than some.
It's definitely a little sweeter. So my face wasn't as bad as usual, but I just don't like old fashions. Now we showed you guys 3 of the drinks, but they do have an entire drink menu that we have not gone over yet. Of course, there's plenty of wine. The specialty cocktails is really where I feel like Narcoossee shines when it comes to drinks. They have some really good ones, most of which we've already talked about. Of course, the espresso martini here. They also have a gin and tonic. They have a margarita, the key lime pie martini that we talked about. It is really good. It's like a dessert drink for sure, but so good. They have a dark and stormy, the old fashioned, which we just tried. They have a Manhattan, an Empress lime gimlet, the white sangria, and also the strawberry basil smash. I was curious to try this because it has some mezcal in it. I might get that next time I come here. Well, now that we've got our drinks here, and they are tasting delicious, we also have our appetizers on the menu, and I decided to order something new that I have never tried before. Not new to the menu, but just something I have never tried before, and also all reliable here, the shrimp and grits. I already know the shrimp and grits is going to be amazing, so I want to start by trying the chilled poached colossal shrimp. This is served with a local citrus salad, a signature cocktail sauce, and remoulade for $25. We do have 4 shrimp here, making each shrimp $6.25. But these are not just your average shrimp. These are absolutely ginormous. Like, this is actually insane. This is hands down the largest shrimp I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I don't think the video is doing justice just how large this shrimp is, but like, just holding this is like a pound. The shrimp here is like a pound, and I'm really curious to see how this is because my mom and I love getting the shrimp from the boathouse, the Sea of Cortez shrimp. They are so good. I thought those were humongous shrimp, but this just blows it out of the water. Now they are a little bit cheaper. They're about $5 a shrimp, and you could just order one shrimp. You could order 2, you could order 10, you could order as many as you want. And I really like that aspect of it, but I'm really curious to see how these massive things here are gonna compare. Before we get started on these, I do wanna squeeze a little bit of lemon on the shrimp here. Shouldn't need much. Mom, you want some lemon on your shrimp? All right, I'll squeeze it on it all. There we go. This is a nice little grilled lemon that they give you as well. I'm so excited for these. These look insane. Like I mentioned, this is served with a remoulade as well as their signature cocktail sauce. And this looks really rich and dark. It almost looks like barbecue sauce, not like the ketchup that's usually mixed with the horseradish, but we'll try it out here. Guys, I cannot, like holding this shrimp, I feel ridiculous. That's how big it is. Let's go for a dunk in the cocktail. It doesn't look like there's much horseradish in here, which I love. A very horseradishy cocktail sauce, but let's see how it tastes. So the flavor is on point. I really love the flavor, especially with that extra squeeze of lemon on there. It just adds a little bit more citrusy brightness. That's really good. I'm not sure if it's how it's cooked or because it's sitting on ice, but the shrimp is tasting very overcooked and like tough. I expected it to be a little bit more tender, I guess, because they're poaching it. It's not like any type of grilled shrimp or anything, but it's just very tough. Maybe that just comes with it being such a large shrimp that it's kind of naturally tougher, because I know that's how it is sometimes with seafood. Like if you get a bigger piece, like a bigger crab or lobster, it can be a little bit more tough. But these are like very tough. They almost taste like they could be like a little bit frozen. That's how tough they are. So I don't know if that's from them sitting on the ice or just from how they're cooked, but I really like this cocktail sauce. And I feel like it does have a little bit of a smoky barbecue kind of flavor. I could use a little more horseradish, but like the smokiness from it is really great. I'm really curious as to what my mom is gonna think here.
Shrimp is like my go-to, my favorite. If there's shrimp on the menu, I'm usually going to order it.
Well, yeah, we ordered 2 shrimp appetizers.
It is really heavy, but it's so big I feel like I need to fork and knife it. But I'll do my first bite.
Do it for the gram. Curious how she's gonna like this cocktail sauce as well. She's very picky with her cocktail sauce over here.
I love a lot of horseradish, and when you put it down, I was like, it's so dark. What is that? If you want me to be honest, I mean, I like the boathouse shrimp better. I mean, I was like blown away by the size of these, but I think the flavor on the boathouse shrimp is better. And you're right, they're a little tougher, and I don't like that cocktail. It's not like cocktail sauce.
I like the cocktail sauce, but these are either overcooked or they're a little frozen. Doesn't it taste like it could be like frozen from sitting on ice?
They're very wet. Like that kind of turned me off a little bit.
Well, that's probably the poaching. They probably didn't dry them off after poaching them.
I'm gonna try the remoulade.
She's going for the remoulade.
Because I do not love that cocktail sauce. I need a heavy horseradish flavor. Oh my God.
You heard it here first, folks. We're not a fan of the shrimp cocktail here, which is very surprising. Like, it is so rare that I find something on this menu that I do not care for. I think the only other thing that I've had here that I wouldn't order again is the ocean-inspired charcuterie board. But yeah, I would not go for this again. Though I agree, the one at the boathouse is so much better. Some of the best like shrimp cocktail money can buy, I think. It's pricey, not quite as expensive as this, which is shocking, but it's definitely a lot tastier. Good thing we have another shrimp appetizer that'll hopefully taste a little better, these shrimp and grits. This has local Gulf shrimp, barbecue sauce, low country grits, applewood smoked bacon, and chow chow for $20. These shrimp are certainly a lot smaller than the ones that come in the shrimp cocktail, but they're definitely cooked a lot better, or at least they usually are cooked a lot better. We gotta get a bite with some of that shrimp there, and we gotta load up on some of the grits and that chow chow that's on top. That's such a great flavor. Unbelievable. as per usual. We have 5 shrimp on this platter, and they're almost like blackened. They have a little bit of a char on them, but they are cooked perfectly this time around. That seasoning blend that they have on them, so good. These shrimp would be great on their own, but then you pair them with the grits that are underneath, and they're a way like thicker grits. They're way more grainy than your typical grit, but I think it works so well here, like those big chunky grits. And I love that little like chow chow veggie kind of salad on top. Adds a little bit of a fresh crunch, and that barbecue sauce there. You guys know how I am with barbecue. It's very rare that I enjoy a barbecue sauce or a barbecue style food, but this is like the best barbecue sauce ever. It ties everything together so perfectly. Still stands. Best appetizer on the menu. Maybe even the best appetizer at Disney World. Now, while we were eating our appetizers, they brought out the bread service here, and it's a nice crusty loaf of, I believe, sourdough, served with a salted butter with some pink Himalayan sea salt on it. And this is some of the best bread you could get at Disney World. Listen to this crunch. Bread ASMR. You can't tell me that doesn't sound so good. Where's the butter? I love this butter here too. I love when Disney puts like sea salt on a butter, and this butter is also delicious. Butter it up. They also brought us out some towels to wipe our hands. This is a first here at Narcoossee. I've never gotten a warm towel at Narcoossee's, but I don't mind if I do. I guess they give it to you when you get like the shrimp or the crab claws. This is so hot. I can't even touch it.
It's really hot.
I can't even touch it. Oh my gosh. Whew. So sad. We're down to our last sip of espresso. We have to get all that foam up. The foam is the best part. I need like a spoon to eat the rest of it. I've got a little bit left. Okay, so we just placed our order for our entrees, and I ordered something that I have never tried before. And I also ordered this new side that was just recently added to the menu. And our server taught us a little hack. This is the creamed spinach with blue crab. It has a cornbread topping, jumbo lump blue crab, and sherry cream for $18. $18 is very expensive, especially because this is a small portion, and it's looking like there's a bunch of crab on top. I'm hoping for that price that it's also mixed in with the dip here, which I'm not sure. But the hack is to get this and then get some bread and dip it in there. So she kind of brought us out our side here first, and she also brought us out a nice warm loaf of bread. So we gotta try it like that. First I feel like I should just try it on its own. Let's see what we got going on in here. You can see all that breadcrumb on top, and look at how creamy that is. Oh yeah, there's crab mixed in here. There is some crab in here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Just by the looks of this, I feel like it looks more like a crab dip than like creamed spinach. There's really not that much spinach in there, but I don't mind. I feel like that means there's more crab. Let's try just the dip here. It's not even dip, it's creamed spinach. Yeah, that is like a really creamy crab dip here. There is a ton of crab in here. It's actually almost all crab and no spinach, which, like I said, I'm certainly not mad about. And it's so creamy. It's almost a little bit too like watery, but I feel like eating it with the bread here is gonna solve that problem instantly. We'll load up a little bite. That's really good. That is most certainly the game changer here. I said it was a little watery and a little like soupy and liquidy, and that bread, like I predicted, totally solves that problem. The seafood flavor is great. Like I said, there's a ton of crab, and I actually really love that cornbread. The cornbread like breadcrumbs on top. It gives you a little bit of a sweetness at the end. It's not really crispy. When you kind of mix it all together, it gets a little bit soggy actually. But that sweet flavor from the cornbread actually works so well in here. And Mom, you're enjoying this because it's not like spinachy.
That is delicious.
You don't like spinach that much, but yeah, there's not much spinach in here. So like, you could totally avoid it if you wanted to, but I wouldn't. It's all really good together.
That's so good.
What are we thinking from someone who doesn't like spinach?
I mean, it's like, I like spinach artichoke dip, I like crab. This is so good. I already know this is my favorite bite of the night.
Wow.
I already know.
Favorite bite of the night. I don't blame her though. It's really good, especially with that bread. And honestly, I would order this as an appetizer, so you get it with the bread, because eating it with the bread is totally the way to go. Shout out to our server who recommended that, because I don't know if I would have thought of that on my own. But now that I know that hack, we might have to order this spinach dip every time. I love the butter. The butter with the salt here is great, but eating it with this spinach is a game changer. But after that spinach, the rest of our entrees have arrived, and we got a good variety of everything. I ended up going with the redfish. My dad went with the strip steak, and my mom went with the shrimp bucatini. And I am so excited to try this redfish here. It's something that I've always heard is really good, but I've never tried because I usually just stick to my favorite things here. But we're trying something new today. This is the blackened redfish with a chorizo, suncho cash, southern sweet corn, hominy, and a red pepper roulis for $55. Not only does this look really good, it looks so pretty too. I love the green sauce on the bottom. Not sure what it is, but it makes the dish look very vibrant and really tasty. Let's try this fish here. Ooh, very flaky, very tender. I don't think I've ever had redfish before, but I really like it. It's a very meaty fish. I would honestly compare it to a very soft chicken. It's like meaty like chicken, but it's way softer. And I really like that. The seasoning is great. I want to say they're probably using the same blackened seasoning on this fish that they used on the shrimp and grits, which is obviously great. The fish is good, but it's even better with this green sauce, or what I thought was a green sauce on the bottom. I actually think it's a vibrant yellow sauce. It tastes sweet. It tastes like sweet corn. And I know it said sweet corn on the menu, but I saw corn in this like little hominy hash mixture, so I thought that was where the corn was gonna be. But I feel like this sauce is some type of sweet corn sauce, and that honestly makes it. This sauce is incredible, and it pairs so well with the fish. I wanna try kind of like everything together here though. The hash, the hominy, the sauce, the fish. Wow, that hash on the bottom is so good. I really like the sweetness from the corn in there. I'm not really tasting any like smoky chorizo or anything. But again, when you get some of the hash and the hominy and stuff with that puree that's on the bottom, which I'm gonna have to ask just to confirm, but like it tastes like a sweet corn puree. Oh my gosh. The hash might be even better than the fish. Like just the side of what's underneath it. That is phenomenal. And it's different than what you can get other places. And confirmed, the sauce is a corn puree and it is unbelievable. Oh my God. It makes the whole dish. It really does. Like that sweetness from the corn, it makes everything. But man, this is really good. This might be in the regular rotation here now. I really like this.
Kind of like that better than what I got.
Wow, are you a redfish fan?
I guess so. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Go ahead, I know you're dying to say it.
Red
One fish, two fish.
Red fish, blue fish.
We could trade entrees if you want. But I don't want to because I really like that. But my mom also got one of my other favorite entrees, the Gulf Shrimp Bucatini. This has house-made bucatini pasta, roasted tomatoes, spinach, parsley, and a basil pesto for $44. Let's dive into this pasta here. Just the pasta first. And that sauce, oh, I splashed the sauce a little bit. The sauce is honestly like the best part of this. As good as the pasta is, this sauce is to die for. This is a big bite. Yeah, that is just so good. The sauce is so rich and creamy. It's like the perfect blend of cream and tomatoes. It reminds me a lot of a vodka sauce, just without the vodka, if that makes sense. So you don't get like that bite from the vodka, but everything else about it tastes like a vodka sauce. And I like the amount of sauce that they have in here. Like they're not messing around with the amount of sauce. Every single thing is completely coated in that delicious sauce. And these pasta noodles, oh my gosh. I wish they made more things with these pasta noodles. You know, like maybe like a little clams linguine, clams bucatini or something. It's so thick and it just tastes homemade. It's cooked perfectly every time. I need some more pasta dishes here at Narcoossee's because they're doing pasta right with the two dishes that they have, the brisket ricotta tortelloni appetizer and this shrimp bucatini here. They know how to do pasta. You need more pasta dishes because they're always so good. I also think it's a very reasonable price, $44 for this, and there are so many shrimp on here. There's, what, at least 8 shrimp? There's gotta be at least 8 shrimp in this dish. They're about the same size as the ones that you get with the shrimp and grits. But there's so much pasta and so much shrimp on here. For $44, I feel like this is actually like a good value dish. It's one of the cheaper ones that they have on the menu, and it's one of the best. Now, my dad ended up ordering the prime New York strip steak with aged Gouda scalloped potatoes, smoky cauliflower, red onion jam, and a demi-glace for $62. Typically, when I order a steak, I do like a fattier cut, so whether it's a strip steak or preferably a ribeye. But this is one of the only restaurants that I go out of my way to order the filet mignon at, because I just think it is so incredible here. And like I said, if you didn't want the strip steak, if you wanted a filet instead, you are able to get just a filet. It's prepared the exact same way, but I'm curious as to how this strip is going to be here. Luckily, he saved me a little bite. It still has all the same like accompaniments and sauces and stuff. That is very good, super flavorful. That like seasoning that they have on the outside almost gives it a char crust, like you said, similar to the one at Flying Fish. It's the same way they prepare the filet, but that is really good too. I don't know which one I prefer, the filet. Actually, I might prefer the filet. This is a little bit, this is tender, but the filet is just like ultra tender. And I cut it with just this butter knife here, so that's really good. It has a great flavor. The demi-glace is great. I think I would go with the filet. But if you prefer a strip, that is really good. And I'm really excited to try these scalloped potatoes here. Like I said, they changed the accompaniments that they serve the steak with. It used to be that cauliflower, rainbow cauliflower, and mashed potatoes. And their mash was so good. But I also love a scalloped potato. That's good. The cheese sauce on top is nice and sharp. But I definitely think the mashed potatoes here were just superior. So I wish I kind of kept those around. I wonder if you could still order them. Probably not, because I don't think they serve them with anything else on the menu. Potatoes are good, but the mash was better. Well, it is time to open back up the menu. And right onto the back, we'll take a look at our desserts here. There are only 4 options for dessert, but don't let this tiny dessert menu fool you. I've had all but one, and all 3 that I've had are very good. Obviously, the almond crusted cheesecake is my absolute favorite. They have this plant-based dessert, the coconut cream tart. I've never had that one. The chocolate sourdough bread pudding is obviously great. I had that when it first came out. It is so rich and chocolatey. If you're like a chocolate lava cake person, you will love it. And they also have, of course, a little key lime pie here. Had that too. I think it was pretty good, but the bread pudding and the cheesecake are definitely the winners. As much as I want to order the almond crusted cheesecake, because it is my favorite dessert at Disney World, I think we're going to change it up today. And I'm going to try this coconut cream tart with coconut custard, mango sorbet for $16. I really wasn't sure what to expect with this, but one thing I was hoping for was that it wasn't served in those Disney pastry crusts, and it's not. It definitely has a different presentation here. We'll see if the almond crusted cheesecake has some competition. There's no way. But I think it's probably gonna be good. Gotta get some of this mango sorbet here with it. This is actually so much better than I expected. So the pastry crust itself is so good and buttery and flaky. I really love that crust, and it's filled with like shredded coconut that's kind of being binded together. It's very heavy on the coconut flavor, but I think it's so refreshing, and this dessert is so light that it's really tasty. It's just sweet enough. It's not overly sweet, and for a plant-based dessert, this is really quite impressive. It's honestly surprising that they're not using any dairy in this, to be totally honest. Like the whipped cream and everything, it tastes legit. And this mango sorbet, I love mango. It almost tastes like it has a little bit of a banana flavor in it as well, but that mango sorbet is phenomenal, especially paired with the coconut. That mango and coconut flavor together goes so well. It's not better than the cheesecake, if that's what you're wondering, and I don't think I would order it over the cheesecake for me personally, just based off my preferences. But if you haven't tried this, give it a shot, especially if you eat plant-based. This is really good. I think it's safe to say you like it.
It was so good. I agree with you. There's some banana or something in that. But I didn't even pair it together. I only ate it separately. Really good.
Better than the cheesecake?
I don't love the cheesecake.
What? This is the first time I'm hearing this.
I mean, it's okay. I like because I like my cheesecake better. It's not better than
All right,
mine.
we're done here. You're canceled. Look what they brought out for me. Some champagne, a little candle, and some chocolates. I gotta blow that out. It's slowly fading away. Bubbly blessed. Well, another great meal over at Narcoossee's. I'm telling you guys, if you're going to be at Disney World to celebrate anything, Narcoossee's is the restaurant to go to. The food, the service, the ambiance, the view, everything is top notch there in my opinion. And I've told you guys about my favorites, but I think after today, I definitely have some new favorites on the menu. That Blackened Redfish was so good. That's definitely something that I'm gonna be getting again. Also, that creamed spinach with the crab is gonna be like a must order for my family and I from now on in. I really enjoyed that coconut tart. I don't know if it's gonna be a must order because the almond crusted cheesecake is still my go-to, but for a plant-based dessert and for a new dessert that I tried, that was really good. Now, like I said, we're making it out of here just before the fireworks. I think the fireworks tonight are at about 9:30, but if you're gonna be dining at Narcoossee's, I highly recommend you guys checking out what time the fireworks are gonna be at, so you can kind of line your reservation up around that time. If you can't line your reservation up around that time, you are able to return to the dock out back. If you wanna like go back, just bring your receipt or something, and you could go watch the fireworks from the dock out at Narcoossee's because the view is so good. Another thing I really like doing at Narcoossee's is just grabbing food and some drinks at the bar. If you're doing a monorail bar crawl, I always say people forget about the sit-down restaurants because there's 2 restaurants here that actually have a bar and like lounge seating that you're able to sit in. Citrico's and Narcoossee's, and both those places have some great food and drinks. I like to go sometimes, just grab an espresso martini, just grab some shrimp and grits, and honestly, I'll make that my meal right there. But don't forget on the bar, it's first come, first serve. You'll just check at the host stand if there's any seats available. Usually there are, and you could go ahead and sit and just grab a quick drink. But that was the perfect way to ring in 30 years. Another successful birthday dinner at Narcoossee's. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. As always, if you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.